Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 765, primarily in a row. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you keep coming back, like for reals. Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm recording this at about 10 minutes to 12 Central Time on an F-It Friday. I had to get it in because everybody's used to me doing this earlier in the day, and that if it goes past noon, then I can't say good morning, and that messes me up. So nonetheless, it's 11/20/20. That's the date. It's an F-It Friday. Take your shot. First things first, I'm still the realist. Do you know what else I am? I'm for real, right? And I know that's like repeating, but it's so important that, especially for today, we're just real with ourselves, right? So the real talk, that's your third reel of the day, is Man in the Mirror. Last week I was that song by Michael Jackson. And I love, there's also an analogy in one of my favorite books about a man looking in the mirror. My point is this, that in this context, last week coming back from football, and the boys were taking turns playing their songs, and they wanted to listen to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror. And I'm like, man, these kids, it's crazy that they love Michael Jackson songs, and they knew all the words and all of these things. And I just couldn't help but think to myself, a couple things. Number one, right now we need more love in our world, right? Less hate, less divisiveness, just love and inclusion. And that starts with the man or woman in the mirror looking at themselves and say, it doesn't matter what you think, go out and be nice. Talk to somebody that you wouldn't normally talk to. Starts with you. Don't look at other people and say, hey, they need to fix them. Starts with you. Yeah. And so the other thing about Michael Jackson that just is not lost on me is the duality of us as human beings, that all of the joy that he brought to millions and millions of people, there were a few that he brought a lot of heartache to. And that's very complicated. Once you get inside there were some parents that enabled it. There were adults around him who enabled it. But nobody's perfect, right? And the more good comes out of somebody, that means they're capable of doing just as bad. And it's heartbreaking, but that's part of life, right? And we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, everything that's bad, awful, evil in me, I should do my best every day to fight that battle and replace that with something beautiful and pure. Let's do our thank yous and we're done for the day. Number one, God's been good to us in the good times and the bad. Number two, I'm thankful for Michael Jackson, right? I can remember when Michael Jackson became prominent with like Thriller and seeing him do the moonwalk and all those things. I can obviously remember the other side of that as well. But I remember the joy that he brought a whole bunch of people, whole bunch. Thankful for history, that we can look and see that this isn't the first time that this has happened, right? Where we've had somebody who's been wildly celebrated, and then we find out that there's this dark side that they tried to keep from everybody, like we all do, but they also struggled to, fight it. And it's always an addiction to something negative. I'm thankful for the yin and yang in life, right? I think for myself that a big area of discontent, or a big driver of discontent up until, the last 800 days or so, was going through life with this unrealistic vision or version of how life should be based off of just, my interpretation of how I was raised, my programming. Life isn't perfect. Life's hard, right? There are people that will try to take advantage of you. People close to you will hurt you. These are all things that, like, again, my recollection, I don't remember somebody telling me, like, these things are going to happen to you. And so I'm thankful that I'm now aware, right? I'd much rather be aware and upset than, happy, thinking everything's going to be great and not realizing, the truth. I'm committed. I'm thankful for being committed to making the world a better place. I know I'm not alone. But people say, look, we have to keep going. Don't let the negativity take over. Thankful for my tribe, right? The tribe here, tribe with my family. I'm fortunate to be a part of several tribes. I'm thankful for my life, right? Just, this morning, part of the reason that I'm late is that we had a big internal call this morning, and it was just weird, right? I got people all fired up. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, you know what? Regardless of what happens at work, right? Regardless, I'm so thankful that I lived this life, even with the drama. It's way better than I thought it was ever going to be. So I'm thankful. You know what else I'm thankful for today, tomorrow? You got to be thankful for it all, right? It's a universal truth. If I want to be happy, I have to be thankful for everything in my life, including the stuff that I would prefer that I didn't have to go through, the things that make me uncomfortable. But that's not how it works, right? And 2 + 2 is always 5. With that, we're done. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. Appreciate you stopping by on an F Friday. We'll be back tomorrow on a Savage Saturday. A little Saturday morning prayer breakfast. We'll see you then. Deuces. #Real Talk. Love you guys. Bye.